the BPO Break Room Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. This is JA.
Hello everyone, this is K.A.
And those that are watching and listening to us right now, please do not forget to subscribe on our channels and give us a like and pakishare na din. Hindi ba, Kay?
Correct. Kung ang taas ng energy natin today, halatang mga nakapag-almusal.
Kasi 80% or at least more than 80% of the people who have seen and listened to our past episode are not our subscribers yet. So make sure that as you listen, mag-multitask naman kayo. Hindi naman ganun kahirap. Ang i-click ang subscribe button, hindi ba? Nagigigil ako sa inyo eh. Charot lang.
Gigil-gigil, gustong manakit.
Kaya
Ganon.
nga. Our trigger talk topic is work-life balance resolution for 2025. Now, bakit nga ba triggering itong topic na to and why do we need to talk about this?
Well, I think this 2025 or year 2025 is a natural time to reassess priorities. Kasi diba last time we talked about the New Year's resolution, especially for the BPO employees. And making it the perfect moment for BPO workers to commit to healthier work-life balance habits after a demanding year. Aminin naman natin, no, before we head on to the next year, di ba talagang parang naging roller coaster ride yung 2024.
Tama yan.
Plus, discussing the balance now emphasizes recovery and well-being. So, nakakatulong siya sa mga BPO employees na maiwasan yung burnout as we start 2025. Pero totoo ba?
Hindi totoo yan. Pero I wanted to add to what you said na the evolving demands of hybrid setups and the irregular hours and high-stress environment in the BPO world makes work-life balance a timely and essential conversation. Kaya nga
Correct.
naman, the first trigger question that we have for today is, why does balance always feel like a moving target?
Oo nga, parang nagiging higher personal demands na siya. Like you will try to limit your overtime kahit na tingin mo hindi pa kaya kung hindi ka mag-extend. I'm not sure if that makes sense, Jay.
It does make sense. It's like parang happiness siya. You know, the movie Pursuit of Happiness. Like you can never really achieve happiness in reality. We're just really in this journey to really just pursue it. Same with balance. We're just here to really pursue it, but never really achieve that kind of balance. Hindi ba? And the BPO workers, most especially yung mga nagtatrabaho sa gabi, because we have time zone differences. We are working for our clients who are in the United States generally. Umaga sa kanila, of course, right? Sa atin, gabi. So, there's already a misalignment on the schedule in terms of us gising sa gabi and then everyone and everything around us ay kabaliktaran, right? So how can we even
Sabagay.
try to balance that lifestyle and that reality na hindi is still really a pursuit na until you stop working sa BPO or until you stop working sa graveyard, there's a huge chance that you might not gonna be able to achieve balance. Daw.
Correct. Daw. Parang do not quote me on this, ha? Tsaka hindi lang yun, di ba? We also have the demanding KPIs na sometimes it's so hard to cope with it. Lalo na kung napaka-unrealistic naman ang sineset nilang KPIs, di ba? May mga ganun kasing instances eh. Plus the high client expectations. So, kumbaga, it all boils down to parang instead of you striking a balance to everything for a healthier balance in work and life, di ba parang you will stuck somewhere in between na you would not know how to move forward. Di ba, Jay? Ang daming nakakaramdam ng ganyan. Kaya excited din sila na hopefully by 2025, mag-iba ng direction yung buhay nila.
Hindi kayo mag-iba ng direction. Habang buhay kayo dyan.
Tinakot.
True. Kaya yung question na ito is really triggering because it will make you realize na oo nga no, na one of the common drivers ng ating imbalanced work life rather, is we work at night shift while everyone around us ay kabaliktaran. We are working in an environment wherein almost challenging and almost impossible to achieve ang mga KPIs or mga metrics, and of course satisfying our client expectation. And until we get out of these three demands, impossible demands, doon lang tayo makaka-achieve ng balance. Na that's what this question is triggering right now.
The question here is, Jay, is work-life balance a privilege or a choice?
Malay ko na, no? Kaya ang dami kong problema sa buhay. Charot.
Dumagdag pa.
Yeah, another trigger question yan. Is it really a privilege or a choice? One of the things na pumasok agad sa utak ko after hearing that question is it's always a choice. It's always a choice. However, ang catch dito ay, are you ready to face the consequence of that choice? Madaling sabihin na, madaling piliin na, I choose work-life balance, so I'm saying no to whatever it is that you want me to do, blah, 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 right? Are you prepared to accept the consequence of that choice?
A lot of people siguro would say no.
Yun na nga, right? And then, the other side of the coin is work-life balance a privilege nga ba? First thing that came to mind, is it true that only higher ups or people in the leadership role or in the middle or upper management are the only ones can achieve work-life balance?
I know with panggigigil. Parang
Bakit?
malabo yun. Kasi diba you're expected to extend most of the time to finish some admin task and to meet some people, diba? Yung may mga ganun kasing klaseng demands eh. And do you think na with such last minute calls, would you still be able to impose the work-life balance? Especially that you've already worked like straight 8 hours of the day?
Galit ka na naman. Sige.
May pinag-uugutan. Hindi,
I
I'm
think-
just speaking from, the other people's experience then at the same time. And I cannot imagine, especially those people in the higher ups na parang, di ba? I
agree,
cannot
yeah.
explain it anymore.
I agree. And I think where this question is coming from ay dun sa mga BPO employees like the agents or yung mga individual contributors who are witnessing their OMs, their SOMs, their directors and whatnot. Those are the upper management roles na less visible. Kasi di ba, the less that you see a person, the more that you think that they're not doing anything. For example, OM or SOM or director, even AVP or a VP, these people, they don't really go inside the production floor and mingle and be 100% visible all the time. And because of that, and because they have their own shit to worry, they have their own struggles na inaasikaso inside their offices. And because of their less visibility from the eyes of these individual contributors, ang naiisip ngayon ng mga ito ay wala mong ginagawa yan. I'm sure maayos ang work-life balance. I'm sure uuwi agad dyan ng after work or nagka-party yan over every weekend or yung ganong klaseng mga perception.
Porque hindi nakikita mo siya sa production floor, parang, ito namang tao, no? Napaka-unproductive, wala namang ginawa whole day.
Correct.
Little did they know they're faced with a lot of tasks din talaga behind the scenes, no?
In
Parang
fact,
hirap din
yung,
i-achieve nun, no? For higher ups, Jay.
Correct. Actually, nung nag SOM ako and I was actually launching a program for 3 sites. Yeah, and dito ang caveat dito is more than 400 headcounts ang target headcounts ng 3 sites na yon. So imagine, never ako nag-work ng floor. Never akong nakahalubili sa mga agents. I was siguro 10% visible lang ako sa floor. I just go to the floor just to check lang if there's progress na doon sa mga sa branding ng program sa walls, sa carpet and all that. Yun lang. And then after I leave the floor, I go to the office. Doon na yung simula ng trabaho ko in terms of orchestrating and organizing the launch of the program for 3 sites, right? So, and then I even work over the weekends because yung mga vendors na kailangan ko usapin in terms of making sure that we have the internet connection and the wiring and the cables and all that and all the logistics that go along with the launch ay mag-materialize the following week, the following Monday. So, in short, hindi totoo na only higher ups can achieve work-life balance.
But it would be nice, no? For people in the higher ups. Kasi, syempre, kung merong frontliners, agent level, sila din yung, pinaka-frontliner natin sa management, diba? So, from time to time, they're expected to have this energy to face people and present something and do the reporting in such manner. So, parang hirap din. But, yeah, hindi siya realistic in a way that we can only think of only higher ups can achieve that type of balance.
Can you tell me now the difference between your experience as an agent, your experience as a TL? Which one do you think is yung may opportunity ka to achieve work-life balance?
Parang hirap sagutin, to be honest.
Coming from... Move na tayo.
Pwede naman, pass naman. Pwede ba mag-pass? Back to you, Jay. Chari. Parang hirap niya sagutin kasi when I was an agent, syempre, as an aperture like me, no, in the BPO industry, I always feel pressured with the targets that were given to me. Yun. So,
Correct.
parang dun
Okay.
pa lang nasa-stress na ako and then there were times na nag-e-extend, hindi maiwasan. But that's normal, no? It's just na siguro at that time, hindi lang talaga siya like 100% for me. And then when I
Mm,
got into the leadership role, na parang, eto na pala yun. Nag-triple siya.
true.
Nag-triple
Kasi
siya
yung
in a
ano,
way that you're expected to do a lot of things
mm,
more than what you can do, right?
true. Kasi nung agent ka pa, your work stops after after ng last call mo.
Correct. Kahit mag-extend ka pa, di ba? Right after that you
Oo,
logged out, wala
yun
na.
na yun.
Off work ka na
Pero nung
talaga.
naging TL ka, is it still true?
Nung
Hindi
naging
naman
TL ka, correct, nag-log out ka na, TL, nawalan ako ng internet. O, anong gagawin ko? Kapitan kita ng linya.
Correct.
Nakakaloka. So, hindi maiwasan, mapipilitan kang sumilip kahit di ka na mag-login, 'di ba? Na parang to check if someone would be able to cover for that specific person, 'di
Mm.
ba? So, yun yung ano dun eh, even, during your work off, may times talaga na hindi ka makakapag-detach no matter how you want it. But what about
So,
you,
mali
Jay?
yan.
Siyempre, 'di
Ano,
ba, with almost 2 decades of working in the BPO industry, malamang mas marami kang experience compared to me. But before, what about comparing your agent level experience to leadership level experience? Which one is what you think that you can achieve work-life balance?
nung agent ako. Nung agent ako
Agent,
kasi
no?
nung agent ako, although ako kasi yung type ng agent before na proactive ako to stay longer hours for me to be able to
Mm.
learn ano bang ginagawa ng TL kasi gusto ko talaga maging TL noon. So I willingly extend to para lang ano yun, para lang obserbahan yung TL ko before na barkada ko rin, no? Kasi yung TL ko is after ng shift namin, nagstay pa sa office and nagtatrabaho pa siya. So ako, nagstay ako together with her. And then, obserbahan
Mm.
ko siya, chika-chika, and yung ganun klaseng life. But if I had no desire to really move up and to really learn and upskill myself, I could just, log out and then go home and then that's it. And then after nun, over the weekend, ganun din, detached na ako nun sa work because yung agent ako is, ang mindset ko is after ng last call ko, tapos na ang obligasyon.
And that wraps up another episode of the BPO Break Room. Salamat sa pagsama sa amin today.
We hope you enjoyed the kwentuhan and learned something new. Don't forget, laugh, learn, and level up.
And follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok for exciting updates, tips, and more chikahan.
Give us a thumbs up and share this with your workmates. Baka ito na ang break time inspiration nila. Until next time, stay awesome, stay productive, and always take time to recharge. Kita-kits ulit dito sa The BPO Break Room.